In the world of archery parts, I do not like to ever introduce a part or a product as an entry level, as a beginner part or anything like that. It isn't as easy as that on most of these things. And for example, if you think about like bicycles, you can get a bicycle that has training wheels, and obviously the training wheels are there for people that are just learning. And the moment you don't need them anymore, you get rid of them. You upgrade to a better bike, things like that. It's not as open and shut as that in cases like these, and this is a good example of what I'm talking about here. This is called the Apex Tundra 3-pin. It is a very lightweight, very inexpensive little sight. Okay, and when people see things like inexpensive and lightweight and basic, they get it in their head that it may not be a very good sight or it won't do its job very well. So I wanted to touch base on something just to get it across a little bit. All sights, no matter how cheap, no matter how expensive, they all serve the same primary function, and that is acting as reference points. So yes, you can pay a lot more for a sight. You can get all kinds of extra bells and whistles and whatever you want, micro adjust, toolless adjust, I mean, just name it. They've got it out there. But at the end of the day, you set your windage and elevation settings. You shoot, you move your pins accordingly. You basically, wherever that arrow is going, you adjust the sight accordingly, you adjust the pins accordingly, and you get the pins where that arrow is hitting for you as a shooter, and that will serve as your reference point from there on out. So all sights, no matter how inexpensive or expensive, do that. They will do their job as a sight. They will set reference. Now the fancy stuff comes in and it makes life easier in some cases, but not everybody needs that. Not everybody wants that. These sights don't have the fancy toolless adjust and that kind of thing, but look, they have super bright fiber optics. It's well designed, well built. The level's good and clear. The level can be flipped because the sight itself is right hand and left hand, as easy as just flipping it over. There's no headache there at all. And it even has a ghost ring, which is kind of nice, and a port for a light if you do decide to get a sight. It doesn't come with it in the package, but you can get sight lights pretty well anywhere now, and you can add it later if you wanted to. So yes, inexpensive sight, but it is an effective sight. I actually have an uncle who uses this very sight, and he outshoots anybody I know, no matter what they've got. So it will do its job. So if you get it, or if you know somebody that's got it, just because they have an inexpensive sight doesn't mean that it works any worse or anything. They don't need to upgrade. But the cool thing is you can. If you get this just to start out with, it is completely okay to upgrade down the road if you develop preferences and taste for other things, or maybe you do decide that you would like a micro adjust feature or something like that. That is completely okay. I just wanted to point out, if you were looking at a sight like this, basic isn't always bad. It's actually sometimes a very good thing. And that's one of the reasons I like this particular sight so much. It's short, sweet, and to the point. And I mean, it does a good job for the money. So one more time, it is the Apex Tundra 3-pin, and it is definitely worth considering if you're just looking for something good that'll get the job done. Check into it and see if it's the right sight for you. One more time, that is the Apex Tundra 3-pin.